Moses, with weary eyes that had seen both the fire and the rebellion, spoke these words before his death. Yahweh will scatter you among all peoples, from one end of the earth to the other, and there you shall serve gods of wood and stone, the work of human hands. Deuteronomy 28:64. Exile was not a surprise, it was the covenant's sorrowful promise. The last measure of mercy for a people who would not hear. The covenant had boundaries not to confine but to protect. When those were trampled, Yahweh allowed the people to feel the ache of distance, not because he had ceased to love them, but because he would rather wound them toward remembrance than leave them to perish unawakened. The Torah reveals that to forget the covenant is to lose one's place in creation's order, to be uprooted from the land that was meant to mirror the heart of Yahweh. The soil that once yielded fruit now yields thorns. The cities crumble where justice once stood. Exile is the visible expression of inner estrangement. The tent is torn down. The cords that once bound tribe to tribe are frayed. The smoke of covenant offerings has vanished from the hilltop. The lamp of Yahweh's dwelling flickers no longer in Zion. The wind carries its ashes east. Foreign tongues fill the streets. Foreign kings claim the harvest. The sound of the flute in Jerusalem is replaced by the clang of chains. Mothers rock their children beside empty hearths, telling stories of a land they can no longer touch. And yet, even in the strange land, the covenant voice follows. At night, under alien stars, the exile remembers. Did not Yahweh plant us in a land flowing with milk and honey? And the memory burns hotter than the furnace of Babylon. Exile becomes a mirror, revealing what we were meant to be and how far we have wandered from the way. Exile in Hebrew understanding is not abandonment. It is purification. It is Yahweh's severe mercy, a pruning of the vine that has grown wild. To be scattered is to be searched for. To lose home is to remember where home truly is. Every generation knows its own exile, from the land, from covenant, from Yahweh's ways. But the same promise still breathes through the centuries. Yet if from there you seek Yahweh your Elohim, you will find him if you search for him with all your heart and all your breath. Deuteronomy 4:29. The exile that begins with scattering ends with the sound of footsteps returning, the shepherd's voice calling his flock by name and the people remembering whose name they bear.
Yahweh, our dwelling place, we sit beside rivers not our own. Our harps hung upon willows. We cannot sing the songs of Zion, while our hearts are heavy with distance. You warned that we would serve other masters and eat the bread of sorrow. Now we taste the bitterness of our own choosing. The altars we built to our desires have become prisons for our inner tents, the places meant for your dwelling. Yet even in exile you are near. Your discipline is not destruction. It is the rod that guides the lost flock home. Bend our hearts beneath your hand until we long again for your pasture. Let the memory of your covenant be our compass, and the ache of distance our teacher. Gather the scattered, O shepherd of Israel. Let the voice that once thundered from Sinai whisper again through the ruins. Return to me, for I have redeemed you.